side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who've come before me band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side.
I'm no spring chicken, I'm not 22. You got a problem with that? I got a problem with you. Yeah, I earned this grade. Yeah, I earned this grade. Don't tell me I should wash it away. I earned this grade. I got my song, I got my guitar, and I don't know who you think you are. Don't you tell me I'm too old to play. You know, mister, I earned this grade. I earned this grade.
I earned this grade.
Oh, I earned this grade.
I earned this grade.
Don't tell me I should wash it away. I earned this grade. All right. Welcome, folks. Here you are on a Sunday in September. Thank you so much for joining us here. And thanks to Tobes, part of our tech team, for running that video for us here today. Let me get myself up in the spotlight and let's see if I can get our fearless compatriot. There she is, up in the spotlight too. Hey there.
Hi, yay, it's working.
It's working. So I'm Sandy O from Emma's Revolution. A lot of you already know us, but some of you may be joining because of our wonderful special guest today. And I'm joining from Woodland, California.
And I'm Pat Humphreys. I'm the other half of Emma's Revolution. And I'm joining from the panhandle of Texas in a cargo van on my way from New York to California. I'm actually right off Route 66.
I like how we both wore gray shirts, even though we were, half a country away. Like that's still that whole
Still
duo
twinning.
thing. We're still twinning as
Twinning
duo.
20 years later.
So we have been doing 20 years later. This is our 20th year. We've only just started being out about it because some people are like, really, when did you start? But we started 20 years ago and we were already old, and now we're older and we're here, and we've been doing these online sessions for this whole pandemic life, and we've just been so thrilled to be bringing guests to you. And we've also been really grateful to our tech team, Tobes and Moria and Alice and Radha and Paula and Alice. And we've got some of that team on hand with us today. So I love that. And today we are doing one of our sessions where we bring in a friend to teach a song or two of theirs. And we're so thrilled to bring this friend of ours. We just feel lucky to get to know this woman. She is a multi-talent, just stellar multi-talent. Not only did she start as a voice actor, and you've heard her voice on many animated productions, but she's a screen actor, and you've seen her and her incredibly unmistakable, unforgettable, and hilarious self as Janice in Friends. And maybe you now have known her, especially those of us around the country have maybe just started to learn about Maggie's side of being a songwriter and a singer and a choir leader, because she was doing these fantastic online choirs called Together in Song. She's also the co-director and a founder of the Golden Bridge Choir in Hollywood, California. And that's how we first, we got to meet you in a songwriter session. And then we came and sang with the choir. So please let me add to the spotlight, and please give a warm welcome to Maggie Wheeler.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, Pat. Good to see you on the road. Sandy and I have already said hello. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm happy to be on your ride.
Yeah. We're so, during the whole pandemic time that we came and joined you on Together in Song a number of times. And it was such a splendid, just like hundreds and hundreds of people singing from around the country, many songwriters on each set. And so it was just a joy to be part of that.
It was amazing to have you. It was just a pandemic virtual miracle together in song. The way it was born, and then all of a sudden it just grew and grew and grew. And there were there was a small handful of people that my stalwart, dearest friends who I called on multiple times to come and join me. You among them, and so I'm so grateful for every time you showed up.
Likewise. And we're really thrilled that you're here today. To join us and lead some songs and teach some songs. And then you're going to be coming back with us next week for a concert. So
yeah.
I also, San, before you go on, I also just want to say to folks who don't know that Maggie and we didn't end up ever meeting, but our lives crossed years ago when my songwriting life started, really in 1984 at the Omega Institute. We were doing in our own little parallel universes there doing our thing. And I wrote the song, Keep on Moving Forward, and she was there to witness it. And we didn't meet until decades later. And it's been such a joy.
It was
now to
amazing.
Be in one of the circles.
Amazing radical moment the day that song was born. And as a matter of fact, Pat knows, I don't know if you know this, Sandy, that recently I was cleaning out a drawer and I found photographs. And I have a picture of Pat singing that song for the first time. And
I did not.
It's a bit of a blurry, Instamatic photograph that I took back, a million years ago, but yeah, there's evidence of the moment.
Oh, send it, because I didn't know about that. Otherwise I probably would have already put it up on, out into the world, because that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and the other way that we met as well after all that time was through none other than Melanie Demore, who sent us an email saying, "Oh, you have to see this video of one of Maggie's beautiful daughters singing your song." And I think it was Bound for Freedom, actually.
Yeah, it's Bound for Freedom. And it was my youngest daughter, Gemma's, favorite song when she was 6 years old. And so we have a video of her singing, "Here I go, bound for freedom." Like, just loving it. And it made its way to Pat and Sandy. When Melanie told me she could send it to them, I was so excited. And yeah, and it started this amazing conversation.
Yeah.
And my nephew is was on your website when he was a baby wearing your T-shirt. There's a lot of ways in which we've been connected, and then finally
now we
found each other.
I'm like connecting to you across the Zoom. We're like,
come over. Yeah. And then I will just say that Pat and Sandy came, the last live concert that we did. Pat and Sandy came for our 25th concert and performed with us, and it was just amazing. Really amazing.
Well, we were honored to be there. I mean, such a beautiful choir, really large choir. How big is your choir, or was it, or is it?
In person, we had about 100 people. It's intergenerational, so all ages from the little to the big. And online, I think we just started our new online choir session today, and we have 70 people, I think, in choir as of today.
Amazing.
Huge. That's fabulous.
Awesome.
It's really great.
Yeah, well, let us turn it over to you, and so that we can sing some of your songs. Folks who are joining us on Facebook, I forgot to say all of this stuff. There's a link at the top of your post if you want to come join us in the Zoom room. And there's also a link at the top of your post where you can download the lyrics for the songs that Maggie's going to be singing, beautiful songs that she's written. So we'll hand it over to you, Maggie. Thanks so much for being here.
And Pat, Sandy, are you posting them as well? Are you posting them in the chat? You are. Did you just say that? Is that what you just said?
Team is doing that. Team Awesome is doing that.
Great.
Yep.
Great. It's always good to have lyrics to my songs that I can see. I think rather than take this luxurious time that I've been given and teach one song, I'm in all likelihood going to teach two. The first song that I want to share with you is a song that came out of this pandemic year. It's called On the Road to One Another. And it was inspired by this moment in time, this moment of reckoning where I could see that as a result of people's awakening and questioning to what degree they might have been asleep when it came to understanding internalized racism and understanding what was happening in the culture, that that I could see that for some people it was becoming a little paralyzing, that there was a kind of a level of shame about how far there was to go to catch up, that was stopping people from being able to move. And so I wrote this song, On the Road to One Another. The lyric says, "The light will find us walking on the road to one another," as a reminder to myself and to everybody else that change happens in the movement toward change. You can't always wait till you're perfect, until you know everything, or to show up. You just have to show up and keep moving forward and keep moving forward, in the inimitable words of Pat Humphries. So that's what this song is about. And in terms of teaching it to you, let me just find out where it is. Here. Oh, the light. Great. Okay. So the melody of this song, the verse, oh, the light, the light will find us. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. And I'll get to the end of the verse, but in the interest of helping you learn it, why don't we do a little call and response and give you a chance to sing these lines? So I'll sing, oh, the light. Oh, the light, the light will find us. The light will find us. The light will find us walking. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. On the road to one another. And then we'll keep going. The light will find us walking. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. On the road to one another. And we will keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. Now what you're going to hear as the song goes on is that there's a bit of call and response that will start happening, and the harmonies are all living in the response pretty much. They're also in the call, but they really are audible in the response. Oh, the light, the light will find us. It kind of comes together there. The light will find us walking. You'll hear. I don't think I can show you where the response is. I think we need to kind of do it in action, and then you'll hear it. So let's do it. Oh, the light, the light, the light will find us. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. And we will keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. Okay, so now you heard both. You heard the call and the response. That time I sang the call. This time I'll play it again and I'll sing the response so that you can sort of hear it. And then from there we'll just keep going. But here's the response. Oh, the light, the light, the light will find us, it will find us. On the road, walking on the road to one another. Will find us walking on the road to one another. And you can make it up. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. So I was, making that up. But you can sing with the response that you hear, or you can improvise if you want to sing the response. Okay, from the top, people. Here we go. Oh, the light, the light will find us. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. And we will keep on walking walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, you know the light, oh, well, the light, oh, the light of peace will find us. The light of peace will find us on the road to one another. The light of peace will find us on the road to one another. And we will keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, you know the light, you know the light, you know the light of justice finds justice. The light of justice finds us on the road to one another. The light of justice finds us on the road to one another. And we will keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, well, the light, oh, well, the light, you know the light, you know the light will find us. The light will find us walking on the road to one another. The light will find us walking on the road to one. And we will keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Just giving you a little sound for the yes. Everybody's clapping their hands.
Hey, yeah. It sounded so simple to begin with, and then when you put those overlapping parts, it's so nice, and you know, a little complexity and amidst the simplicity is beautiful.
Thank you. I think maybe in the interest of like getting people to feel comfy with it, we can do it again. And this time I won't say, I'll improvise the answer. And I hope that some of you will join. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Someday I think I have a dream. I think I have a dream of like seeing a lot of people singing this song walking towards each other. Okay. So let's do it again. And this time I'm gonna sing the answer, not having any idea yet exactly what that will sound like. Oh, that's not the song. Or not that song. Oh, the light, you know the light, you know the light, the light will find us, find us on the road, walking on the road to one another. Will find us, walking on the road to one another. Keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, well, the light, oh, well, the light, you know the light, you know the light, the light of peace will find us, it will find us on the road to walking on the road to one another. Of peace will find us on the road to one another. We'll be walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, you know the light, you know the light. Well, the light, well, the light, the light of justice finds us. It will find us on the road to one. The light of justice finds us on the road to one another. Keep walking through the dark until we see the light. Oh, well, the light, oh, well, the light, you know the light, you know the light will the light, the light will find us if you find us on the walking on the road to one another. Will find us walking on the road to one another. We'll be walking through the dark until we see the light. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light. We'll keep on walking through the dark until we see the light.
That's lovely.
Oh, I love it.
Beautiful.
You know what?
Mhm.
I actually felt like there's room for three. You
There
know
is
the
room
light,
for
you
three.
know the light, you know the light. Yeah, so I was sort of trying to do the third.
Let's do that.
If we all sing at the same time, it'll probably be echoed just right.
Exactly. Mic's open. You know the light, you know the light, you know the light. Um, yeah, all right. So thank you everybody for singing that with me. Um,
It's fun.
uh, yeah, let's see. Thanks for permission to improvise. Yes, please. Um, okay, so I have another song that I want to share with you, and I have a story to tell about it. This is a song that I wrote a while ago. Um, and as Pat and Sandy know, I had the great good fortune of going to a summer camp when I was young, when I was the summer that I turned 8 years old until I was, I want to say, probably 13 or 14, a summer camp in Hancock, Vermont that still exists called Kill Elite that was run by Pete Seeger's brother John and his wife Ellie. And so all those counselors that came to teach us all the various and sundry things they came to teach us were folk musicians, really, 9 out of 10 of them. So in the main house, in the ping pong room, there were guitars and dulcimers and banjos, and you could sign up on the schedule and have a lesson with somebody. And that's really where my love of singing with other people was born. And, that was the, I think, inspiration for the trajectory of my life, sort of looking for the campfire, trying to find the campfire, and eventually building my own campfire and inviting people to come and sing around it. So at the end of those young summers, when nobody wanted to go home, 2 months, man, our families were so happy. Like, here is your trunk, your name tapes are in your underwear. See you in 2 months. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And by the end of the 2 months, of course, nobody wanted to leave. So on that tearful last night, we would all walk over to the boathouse, and we would be given a shingle, like a little roof shingle with a melted candle on it, candle melted to it, and those candles were lit, and we set them adrift on the lake. So on the last night, the whole lake was full of light, and it was so beautiful, and I never forgot how meaningful that ritual felt to me. It's cut to many years later. I'm teaching at the Omega Institute, my workshop, which is called Singing in the Stream. And as I was, that summer, there was a person that was teaching a workshop about finding things in nature and making furniture and making things out of the natural world, things you find in the natural world. And I was walking back after teaching, and I ran into a woman on the path, and she was carrying this beautiful boat that was made of bark and branches and leaves and vines and all kinds of things. And we stopped to talk, and I told her about my camp experience, and she said, "Oh, that's what we're doing. We're going to be down at the lake at 4 o'clock, and we're going to send our boats and our prayers out. You should come down." Well, I went straight back to my little cabin, and I wrote the next song that I'm going to share with you, which is called "Send My Light." And on Monday, this past Monday, I taught a virtual workshop to some singers in Portland with my friend Marianne Van Namen, who runs Sing Portland. And I shared this story, and I shared this song. It was the last song that we sang. And I invited participants to light a candle. So most of them had a candle, like I have this one here today. And at the end of the workshop, we all lifted our candles to the screen and we sang this song. And after that, I was kind of up. It was nighttime. I was washing dishes, and I remembered, oh, there's a package for me. This happened a week ago. There's a package for me at the front door. And I hadn't opened it. So I went to look at it, and it was from a woman who is a longtime participant in my Omega workshops and who is now a member of my virtual choir. And I thought, why is she sending me a package? So I open it up and there's a beautiful card. This is what was in the box. And there's a beautiful story inside that card about some things that are happening in her life and some big changes that she's made. And she referred to her childhood and the camp that she went to and the same ritual that was performed at her camp. And as I dug underneath the paper in the box, this is what was waiting for me. So I felt on Monday night like there was so much song magic in the air. And I wanted to honor that song magic, and I wanted to honor Pat and Sandy's connection to Pete Seeger and all of this, the place where the campfire was lit in many of us, and share this song with you. So that is my story. That's the story of the day. And and this song is called Send My Light. And I've sung this in the virtual space a couple of times with different groups of people because I feel like that's what we're doing here in this weird moment when we are separated from each other and yet we're together with people we never knew before, with people that we never met before, with people that we would never sing with unless we were in this context. And that by doing this, getting together and singing together, we are sending our light out to each other and we're lifting each other's spirits and we're giving each other the courage that and the healing that it needs to, that we all need to kind of face the day and face the moment. So I don't think I'm going to take time to sing harmonies on this one or teach harmonies, but I'm just going to let you sing the song. Let me find out where it is. Great. There's a lot of harmonies on this song. If you're the kind of person who hears them and wants to sing them, go. But the melody, send my light out on the sea. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Send my light, send my light. That's the melody of the verse. Let me see if I'm in the right key, though, before I teach it to you. Send my light. I am. Okay, so we'll do a little call and response just to get used to this melody. Send my light out on the sea. You go. Send my light out on the sea. Second line. Send a message back to me. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Let my troubles float away. Send my light, send my light. Send my light, send my light. So some of these verses will roll around. The song goes through its cycle twice, and then the last verse changes. It says, as I stand upon... it says, I'm not going to sing it for you because it changes a little bit. As I stand upon the shore, feeling love and so much more, a message comes upon the waves. I am light, I am light. And so you'll hear how it changes a little bit at the end. Let's sing it together. Send my light out on the sea. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Send my light, send my light. Send my light out on the sea. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Send my light, send my light. Send my light. Teach my heart to carry me. Teach my heart to carry me. Over waves that come my way. Over waves that come my way. Send my light. Send my light. Send my light out on the sea. Send a message back to me. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Send my light. Send my light. Send my light out on the sea. Send a message back to me. Let my troubles float away. Send my light. Send my light. Send Teach my heart to carry me. Teach my heart to carry me. Let my troubles float away. Oops, overweight. Send my light. Send my light. As I stand upon the shore. As I stand upon the shore. Feeling love so much more. A message comes upon the wings. I ancient spirit.
Yes. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
beautiful.
I hear Isai
Hmm.
singing in that. Like, I just hear her voice just jumping in with you on that song. There's so
Oh,
much movement and there's so much
Mm.
beauty and depth to it. So that's who I was really thinking of while you were singing it.
thank you. Well, for those who know me well, she was my first teacher in this art of song leading, and she has been my light
Yeah.
for many a year.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why
So
I
beautiful.
that's Isai Barnwell we're talking about from Sweet Honey in the Rock and from being herself.
And the crazy thing is that that same summer that let's see, how did this work? Yeah, the same summer that Pat Humphreys was at the Omega Institute writing Keep on Moving Forward, and I was there taking a sign language interpretation course with Susan Freundlich, who was the sign language interpreter for Holly Near. Holly was also there teaching songwriting, and Cy Khan was there teaching songwriting, and John McCutcheon. It was the craziest, most amazing thing. And there was an activist there who sort of looked around at the community and thought, this is not diverse enough. What shall we do? And so she wrote a petition and she walked around the campus during that weekend that we were there, week, I think, and we all signed it. And the next year, along with a lot of incredibly diverse and extraordinary teachers in the catalog, Isai Barnwell was there teaching her first ever workshop, which was called Black Choral and Congregational Singing. And so I was, the first to, I was calling when the lines weren't open, saying, "I want to sign up. I want to sign up." But many things were set in motion that summer, Pat.
That was an amazing summer. It was really an amazing summer.
It really was.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so give me a little guidance, Pat and Sandy.
We will. I mean, you're fine. You sang with us. You let us sing with you. We're happy to have you. We can just stay a moment. And I was just looking at some of the lovely comments, like when you told your story, Maggie, earlier on. Somebody wrote goosebumps. Oh, that's Caroline here on Zoom. And then other people were sharing. So Rada wrote, "My camp had those. We call them dream boats or wish boats."
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and Paula was saying is a song designed for a choir, gorgeous. So you're just getting, so much love here. We've got Bobby on Facebook who's joining us from Juneau, who says,
Ah,
the
my
sing
daughter,
light.
my first daughter is named Juno.
That's right.
Right.
And I never asked you how it's spelled, right? Because I always think it was Juno, Juno, but is it Juno?
No, Juno is my Juno is spelled Juno, not the
Yeah,
Juno, Alaska.
Not from
right,
Alaska.
Spelled
Right.
differently.
right.
We have time, and I think if I can throw lyrics in the chat, and we can do a quick one if
Ooh,
people are open
bonus.
Sure.
to that
Of
idea.
course.
They're shaking their hands. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll get out of your way.
Yes.
Hey, how do I do it? Okay. So this is a song that I wrote, for the Zoomosphere, for all of us in it. Let's go find. I have to go find it. I wasn't super prepared to do that, so let me just go find it. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it?
Okay, no need to panic. I can also say while you are taking your time, just that one of the things that's coming up with us and with Maggie and with with Reggie Harris, for folks who've been part of our Learn a Song sessions. Reggie Harris was here teaching a song, and so Reggie and Maggie and we will be doing a in the round concert we call Sunday Concert in the Round, right here, same space, same time, and that's next Sunday. So that's coming right up for folks who are joining us here today. Come back next
Yes,
week.
and I will be back. I won't be in a truck.
Come on, the truck setting is so great, Pat. What do you mean?
I do like it.
I like it. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
And
I
it's
love
very romantic.
Oh, it's
when
not-
when I told Maggie you were in Texas, she said, "Tell them to keep going. Don't get out of the van."
All right, I'm going to look.
Yeah,
for
we're
this.
right near Pampa, Texas. Actually, we're in a place called Groom, Texas, or something. Yeah, we're in the Panhandle. We're on our way to Amarillo, and eventually, actually, on our way to Albuquerque.
Nice.
And maybe my neck of the woods too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna come right by LA.
Okay, by or in?
Can be either.
Okay, we gotta talk. Okay, I finally found it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
God, I was starting to sweat. I'm like, where is it? It's hiding. Okay, so this is a song that I wrote, during this Zoom time that we're all in. Let's see, I have to scroll back up to see my lyrics. Where do they go? Okay. So what did I say? This song layers in parts. I've numbered how many times each one repeats. So look, I gave you some instructions there. So the first part says, let me just find out where the key is. No, stop. It just jumped to a different song. God. Here, I'll do it this way. My hand in yours. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to read. Great. So the first part says, I'm going, and we can do this on the screen. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave speaker view and go to gallery so I can see all of you. I'm going to reach my hand out, and you can reach your hand out, and we can touch each other, though we're far apart. That's the first one, and you can reach toward the screen and do all kinds of things. You'll hear there's a clapping pattern. Sometimes I clap, sometimes I reach. Depends on how you're feeling. I'm going to reach my hand out, and you can reach your hand out, and we can touch each other, though we're far apart. Second part, I'll put my... where does the second part come in? Let me find out, because I always get it wrong. Reach my hand, and you can reach your... Oh, there it is. I put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine, and we can reach each other, though we're far apart. So that's number 2, if you like that one. I put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine, and we can reach each other, though we're far apart. And then you'll hear the third part, which says, the greatest illusion in this world is the illusion of separation. Each one of these has a bunch of repetitions before the next one comes in, so you can get to learn it. And then there's a fourth part which echoes the third part, which we don't need to talk about. Okay, let's try it. You're going to get it as we go. Gonna reach my hand out, and you can reach your hand out, and we can touch each other, though we're far apart. I'm gonna reach my hand out, and you can reach your hand out, and we can touch each other, though we're far apart. I'm gonna reach my hand out, and you can reach your hand out, and we can touch each other, though we're far apart. Part two. I'm gonna reach my hand. I'll put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine. And we can reach each other though we're far apart. I'll put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine. And we can reach each other though we're far apart. I'll put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine. And we can reach each other though we're far apart. I'll put my hand in yours. You put your hand in mine. And we can reach each other though we're far apart. The greatest illusion in this world is the illusion of separation. The greatest illusion in this world is the illusion of separation. The greatest illusion in this world is the illusion of separation. The greatest illusion is the illusion of separation. The greatest illusion in this world is the illusion of separation.
Very cool.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So
great.
much fun.
Really fun.
And
Thanks for singing with me, everybody.
yeah, I love that we get to have what's the word that I'm looking for? That there's sort of like choreography, but it's not really choreography, but it's just an opportunity to use the visual element of this.
Yeah, early on, somebody taught me this hand holding where you could go to the edge of your box, and hold the hand of the person next to you, which is a pretty nice idea.
It's really lovely. Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much for the bonus song too and for everything. It's such a wonderful hour to get to sing with you and learn from you and hear from you. And so thank you for the beautiful stories and the
Thank you
beautiful
so
songs.
much. And I love and adore you both so much. And it's so great to sing with your community and the ways in which our communities have found each other and reached each other and touched each other, even though we're far apart, is really magic.
Yeah, it really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Pat?
I just said absolutely.
Well, let me
Um,
just say for folks who are joining us on Facebook, we are gonna, we always have a little bit of a hang afterwards up here on Zoom, and you're welcome to join us. There's a link at the top of your post that you can join us. And we will take our focus for the beginning of our hang will be any love and questions and thoughts and whatever you want to send to Maggie's way. Send Maggie's way, I mean. And but before we do that, we want to let you know about upcoming events. So next week we have the concert with Maggie and with Reggie Harris right here, same time, same Zoom or same YouTube, same Facebook. That's the word. Things go up on YouTube after the fact, but Facebook, it's live. What else do we have coming up for you? We have Pat and I have an actual outdoor live concert for the first time in March of 2020, and that is Saturday the 25th in Walnut Creek, California. So please, it'll be outdoors, in person, socially
Air
distanced.
quality permitting, and we
Wear a
will know
mask.
by 10
Yeah.
a.m. Pacific as to
etc.
whether that work.
That's
So,
right. And there's links in your chat up here on Zoom and in your chat on Facebook Live, thanks to our amazing tech team. Next Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, before we do this, noon Eastern, we'll be on the Daily Antidote of Song. then we'll be doing that concert. Maggie, do you have some things coming up that you want to tell people
My
about?
gosh, do I ever? I don't know. It's all of a sudden, it's all starting. So, yeah, my choir started today. If anybody wants to be a late joiner, you can go to goldenbridgechoir.com and check the schedule page. That will tell you how to do that. We've got a couple of months ahead, third and fourth Sunday of every month. The first Sunday of the month, I'm doing special workshop events, and the next one comes up on October 3rd with Coco Love Alcorn. It's going to be great. I haven't put that up on my site yet because I just sent it out via, whatever, the airwaves yesterday, but I will put it up. goldenbridgechoir.com, the schedule page is a great place to go to see what's happening and get on my mailing list. And so yeah, I'm singing with Heather Houston on Monday night for a women's song circle, and I think that's it.
Wow.
And I'm singing with you.
Yeah. But, it's amazing how busy we all can stay, just here, 2D.
It is amazing. It's wonderful.
It is totally wonderful. So I want to, before we say goodbye to folks on Facebook Live, I want to thank y'all for joining us and also thank our tech team. Big thanks to Tobes and Paula and Rada and Moria and Alice and Marcy. Right. I got all the names almost in one breath. It's my goal. So there we go. So thanks again. Please come see us next week. Much love to y'all on Facebook Live, and we're going to hang out.
Come join us.
Bye, Facebook folks.